Well, hi folks, as you can see my spuds have just about all finished now. Some of the tops have died right back, some of the sarpos are still hanging on a little bit, but I think it's about time now because it's going to chuck it down for a day or two. So I'm going to tip them all out tonight and see what sort of a crop we've got. So I'll just get my tripod set up and we'll tip them out and see what we've got. We'll start off with one of these, I think the sarpo mirrors these. Ugh. Change the thing so I can see myself. Like I say, I think these are sarpo mirrors. Yeah, there's pink potatoes there. So what I don't know is how good they are because I've used all sorts of different compost. It's the compost I grew my onions in last year. Some of it was quite heavy, had the John Innes in, which isn't very well drained, so they may have gone a bit rotten. They may have got scab, we don't know. So anyway, I'll tip the first one out. Can I see? Sun's right in my eyes again. Tip her out and have a look. Bloody sun. So, don't look very rotten, so they look okay. Not as big as sometimes. That's a seed potato. A little bit of scab on, but nothing too bad. Again, they don't look quite as big as they usually are, but it's not a big deal. That's a bit of a soft one. We'll just get these sorted out. Seed potato. Well, quite small for sarpos, but there you go. It's a bit of a soft one. So not the greatest harvest by a long thingy. But at least they're not rotten, so at least we've got some. So not brilliant. The first pot. I'll just tip another one out, find another one. See if this is any better. That tip was a green one right on the top there, which has been out in the sun. Try this one. But quite similar. Well, thankfully they're not rotten, which is the main thing. I was a bit concerned about that. But yeah, not brilliant, I must admit. Ooh. In fact, very disappointing really. I don't know why they're so small. I've never had them as small as this in my life. So perhaps using spent compost isn't the way, because fresh compost got nutrients in it, and all I did was add a bit of blood, fish and bone. So obviously, because of the size of these, there's not been a great deal of nutrients in the soil. So a bit disappointing. We'll just do the last one of these sarpos, if I can reach it. See if this one's any better. Probably not, going on past form. Now this is heavier soil, which I was worried about it being rotten. But they look a little bit bigger, and they're not rotten, so that's good. Yeah, they're getting a little bit bigger in this compost, because this will hold the nutrients better than the peat stuff. But again, not too, nothing spectacular, but okay. Yeah, these are much more like it. None of the giants I've had in the past, like I've had £15 out of one pot before. But at least they're not rotten, and they're not scabby, so they make good roasts and chips. So that's those. We're running out of space. Try and find a few more. Now if these haven't been that successful, the Blue Danube won't be, because they're the ones I've got left, because they're nowhere near as heavy croppers as sarpo mira. But they're a fantastic potato. They make the world's best roast potatoes. They're so dry and fluffy. So we'll just see. No, quite disappointing. I was usually getting that out of one pot in previous years, so Note to self, don't be tight, buy some fresh compost or add a bit more fertiliser. Right then, that's those. That's the Sarpomera. So these are the blue Danube, which have totally died off now. Oh. I'll take these out and see what these are like. Perversely, they'll probably be a really big crop, but I doubt it. You can probably hardly see them because they're so dark. Not a bad crop. Again, they're so, if you look, they're such a dark potato, you probably can't make them out. These look as good as the Sarpomera for some reason. So, and I did keep my own Sarpo seed potatoes, so that might be a thing. They might have gone a bit, might have not been the best quality to use. So fresh compost and fresh seed potatoes next year, I think, is the order of the day. But thankfully, I honestly was expecting a lot of these to be really rotten or absolutely scabby. Now that's a good one. That's big for a blue Danube. So not too bad. Could have been better, could have been worse. So really, not much of a thing. Right, I've got 2 more pots. If you can bear with me for this boredom. Might as well empty them all out, see what we've got. Now all this compost here will just be going on top of my no-dig bed there. Just laying it on top when all the weed seeds have gone away. And then that'll just get taken down by the worms. Hey up, breaking it. Don't know my own strength. Can't see a thing. Right, here we go. These look better. A bit scabby. Not too bad. Yeah, as these, I only use these for roast potatoes. That's a rotten one. So they're not the sort of things I eat every day. Likewise for chips with the Sarpos. But definitely not the heavy crops of yesteryear. So we'll see what next year brings when I do it all properly again. With fresh compost and some new seed potatoes. And stop being so tight. Yeah. Right. Seems an awful lot of compost for a few potatoes, doesn't it, this? But like I said, it didn't cost me anything this year. Because I kept it from last year. Right, we'll just get this last pot. Empty that one out. Right, the final pot. With these pots. Now this one looks more like it. Decent sized ones. There's some belters in this one. Huge ones. I don't know what the difference is, why some are bigger than others. Yeah, this is a far better pot, the final pot. Some nice sized ones. But I didn't grow that many, like I said, I've only grown six pots of main crop this year. And I've done quite a few first earlies and second earlies, like new potatoes. Oh dear. There's probably a lot more. I'll root through this properly one of these in a bit and get every single one out. So that's it, folks. That's my crop for this year, which is on one hand disappointing, but to be honest, I thought I might have had a lot of rotten potatoes this year, and I've not had any. Well, maybe a handful. So, like I said, not the best crop ever, but at least we've got a crop, and these are absolutely fantastic roast potatoes, Blue Danube, absolutely wonderful. That's about it, folks. See you later. So there we go, folks. That's them all washed off a bit, rinsed off. Like I said, not the best crop ever by a long way, but at least they're not all scabby and rotten. So I've probably got about £30 of spuds there out of 6 pots, which is about £5 a pot, which is probably about 50% down on average. But like I said, I was expecting a lot to be really rotten and useless, so can't be too bad. At least it's something. See you later.